Okay, welcome to another video chat here. My dad was like an atheist. He never believed in God, and I found out about that early on, but I don't think he named the name atheist. I don't even know if I ever heard the word before when I was young that much. But he certainly could be categorized as an atheist. He was a World War II guy. But the thing is, later in his life, he believed in God, and it was through a set of circumstances. I'm kind of shocked, that it happened. And in World War II in the Pacific Theater, he was in the flag on his ship went off up to Iwo Jima. One of the flags that went up there was from his ship. He was in Japan at Hiroshima. I think he actually brought back some things from Hiroshima. And I remember his whistles from Germans or Japanese that he had, very strange looking whistles. I think he even had a gun. I never saw it. He might have got rid of it before I was able to know what a gun was. But my point is, I think I'm going down the wrong road here, so I think I'm gonna have to turn around. It's shocking, He had heart trouble when he got older. He smoked like 2 packs a day, Bel Air, since his youth. So as he has approached 50, he ate, a lot of lunch meat at lunch, like several sandwiches, lunch meat, salami, pickle loaf, Dutch loaf. That might have been specific to Pennsylvania. It was really good and sweet. I liked it, a little bit sweet. That's what he ate, and so he had heart problems. And my mom told me, he's wondering, Pat, I used to try to tell my dad about God, because eventually I believed in God, and then I started trying to tell him about God and try to get him to read the gospel. And I knew he was a straight shooter, that if he heard what Jesus said, he'd start to get it, because Jesus is a straight shooter. And I thought, wow. So eventually I got him to start reading, and he's read Matthew. I was trying to get him to read Matthew's account of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and after about 18 chapters, said, Pat, they're talking about religious people in here. And I think he meant there were a bunch of hypocrites, us religious people. He started to notice. When I read Matthew, I thought, holy smokes, the Catholics don't follow the Bible. I didn't even believe in God at that point, but I knew right away there's like 5 points in there where they totally contradict Jesus. It's just so obvious. So he started to notice it too, I believe. And then he got ill, right? And he's like, my mom told me, Pat, he's wondering if God's punishing him. And I'm like, I'm not sure about that. But then eventually I went into his room, and my mom was standing there. He's lying in the bed. He goes, hey, Pat. Big brown eyes, real clear spoken, loud and clear. Pat, I never believed in God, but now I do. So that was shocking. It was a shocking moment in my life. He actually believed in God. And it was through suffering, it appears. So, there's a lot of things we don't know in life. But we do know that when people are distressed, they can start to kill themselves, or they can start to believe in God. And that's certainly what happened to him. So I'm glad for him. It was great to see towards the end of his life. He had some time after that to live it out a little bit, but he couldn't live it out fully and take further steps. He was eventually on dialysis, couldn't drive, and so things started to, really get hard with him, like it does with all of us at some point. He's not being singled out. We're all facing the same suffering. We all have to die. So it's just great. It's just great to know that an atheist can believe in God, and that's what my dad was, I believe. And somehow he came to believe in God. That's a great thing. It's a good thing.